Wow, David.
It's my show. It is my show. And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standard, the podcast celebrating all the amazing things you can do while sitting, whether it's enjoying movies, watching television, or playing games. I am your humble host, David Bray. I'm joined by my brother, Gerald Bales.
What are you talking about, brothers?
It's your droog, my droog. Anyways, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Really good, actually, David.
Yeah, you had a good
really
weekend?
Good today. Good day.
We're a little late on the pod. We normally get out on Mondays. I think this is going to be like a thing where we just whenever we get to it. So,
hey, man.
Hey, listen.
I had a busy weekend. I went to a plant sale.
It's a
a freaking plant sale.
A plant sale?
Yeah, the Springs Preserve. They have a plant sale every spring.
Okay.
So learning about this is kind of a preview into what you're doing. This is a little pre what you're doing. No, but just like in Vegas, if you like planting things, you got to be careful because like
nothing.
You can't get too attached because like 70% of the things you plant are gonna die.
Yeah.
But it's really cool about this plant sale that they do at Springs Preserve, which is kind of like an outdoor zoo / conservatory kind of thing that they have here in Vegas, museum. But all these plants that they sell in the plant sale are like for our climate and for our garbage weather we have here, so it's like perfect.
Oh yeah, like today it rained and then like
rained
really
for like
hard.
30 minutes,
like really hard, and now it's like super sunny. And
but did you see the clouds? It was like night.
Yeah, it was creepy. I was like, you're waiting for like the locusts and frogs to show up next because it rolled in like within a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Anyways, normally we would jump right into what you're doing, but before we get to all that, a couple things. One, you can always watch our YouTube videos on youtube.com/sitdownstandard. Of course, this is a free podcast. That's what I was going to say. Nobody can complain about when this comes out. Wait.
This is free?
This is free.
We don't charge people?
No, we don't. Not yet.
I was waiting for my check.
We're going to get the paywall pretty quick.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. What have I done?
But, of course, you can listen to the audio version on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Store, and, of course, your wonderful iTunes, which everyone should use, right?
Sure, whatever.
Because you can give us reviews on there. 5 stars, please.
I think you can do it at Google Play, I assume.
I don't know.
They don't have reviews on there?
Like thumbs up, thumbs down, maybe. I don't know.
Give us a thumbs up or whatever the crap it is over there.
Exactly.
On the crazy Androids.
But before we get to what you're doing, which we normally get to at first every week, we already had a discussion off mic about this, but we got an email, so we want to... Off mic discussion.
Behind the mic.
That's right. Remember, you can always send us an email if you want to get in touch with us. The email is...
sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
This is like so... Like, we've done this. Did you know it's episode 81? We've done this 81 times. Well, I've done it 81 times. You've done it like 79 or 80. I don't know. You've missed a couple episodes, I think.
Maybe like once.
Maybe. But anyways, we got an email from a humble listener, Ellie. She sent us an email and she was asking about some recent news in the DC universe.
Oh, God.
She writes, I know Gerald has not been a fan of the DC movies. And he's not a fan.
Long-time listener, apparently.
And he's not a fan of Zack Snyder either. So I'm wondering what is his thoughts, or both of our thoughts, on the announcement that Joss Whedon, and that's...
I heard about this.
Joss Whedon will be directing a Batgirl movie. What are your thoughts, just initially?
Well, initially, I'm surprised, because he was like all in on Marvel, right?
Well,
with
I think
Avengers, and then it's like with Ultron, there was a lot of talk about the behind the studio stuff, creative differences. So he's kind of like, screw you, Marvel, I'm breaking up with you, I'm going to DC.
Exactly.
And after like getting past that, I think this is amazing news.
Of course.
Because it injects, like, he has a certain style with his shows, and it blends the perfect amount of like action and cinematography with like the humor, which is something that is definitely lacking in this DC universe. And just to be clear, I don't want DC to fail. I'm not a Marvel fanboy. Like, I don't read the comics. I enjoy the movies, but like, I don't want any geeky media thing to fail, because it just instills it's in our pop culture, right?
Right.
I want DC to do well. It's just they're not.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for this.
Yeah. So the news is, Whedon is nearing a deal to not only direct but write and produce an untitled Batgirl pick for Warner Brothers, and it's going to be part of the DC extended universe.
Sure.
There's no other producers currently attached, so it seems like he might get a little bit more free reign. I actually think this either tells you more about what's coming down the pike from Warner Brothers, like if they don't like, this might help the other movies.
Could this be a reboot of the reboot?
Not a reboot, but my point is like, maybe they've seen Justice League and they're like, yeah, we got to go, because I'm sure he had a King's Ransom. Who's responsible for this? Your boy JJ flipping from Star Trek to Star Wars. Like,
you think so?
Well, I mean,
there's no way. He's not flipping.
No, I mean, but you get what I'm saying. Like that. There, I don't know if there was ever that line in the sand for like directors. I'm sure it's just like whatever gets work.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe I don't know. I tend to think people are like, no, that's Marvel. Like, you don't. They're different. I don't know. Warner Brothers, I would think, would have like enough pride to be like, no, we don't need the
Marvel director.
We're not sloppy seconds to Marvel directors. But now they're like, yeah, we need anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need his name for one.
Yeah,
we need his kind of vision. Like I said, the way he incorporates humor and stuff. definitely need some of that in this DCU.
And a big thing, I know, if you're a fan of Joss Whedon, obviously, the big thing that most people know is the Avengers movies, but he came from a lot of TV. So Buffy was the big thing.
Firefly him?
Firefly was him, and then you also had Dollhouse, which was another big popular, well, not super popular, kind of like a cult, like Firefly, very popular within its...
super hot, what's her name? Liza
Dusku or whatever.
I don't know, some Eastern European.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah. But he is really good with like female characters. He does a really good job of creating like, it's not just the, girl in the bikini fighting. Like they have character, they have a background. So what I wrote down on here is a couple different things. One is, do you think they're going to put Barbara Gordon, because my assumption is that they're going to go with Batgirl being Barbara Gordon,
of course,
who's Commissioner Gordon's daughter, and is she going to be in this Justice League movie? Is there going to be seeds? Because this just got announced.
Okay. So like the timeline for these DC movies are so screwed up because they were so hard over trying to get to Avenger money and trying to get that universe instead of doing it the right way and establishing these characters in solo movies and all this kind of stuff. So who freaking knows? I mean, because Batman or Bruce Wayne is like old, kills people, so are we going to see a Batgirl who's like totally okay with that? Who knows? Is this going to be like a prequel?
Maybe.
I mean, who knows?
Well,
I guess their timeline on these movies are so screwed up. So.
I guess that's the question. No, they don't have a Kevin Feige, or is that his name?
Feige, yeah.
Whatever. That's like a master lord.
So Zack Snyder is kind of that guy, unfortunately.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe he knows. Maybe
he's like EP on a lot of these movies.
Okay. Okay. With that being said, the next logical question is, what Batgirl movie do you want to see? So I didn't read any Batgirl.
Yeah, unfortunately, comics. I don't know enough about Batgirl other than that she's she's Barbara Gordon, but then she got like shot by the Joker, and now she's
paralyzed.
The Oracle or something.
She was Oracle, yeah. But then there's a whole storyline of her like recuperating.
Batman's secretary.
No, she's
just terrible.
She's actually pretty badass as Oracle.
But I'm assuming
she's like a hardcore hacker.
We're not going to see that. We're going to see Batgirl, right?
Well, that's the question I was going to ask you. So I looked up online because again, I don't read Batgirl comics, not because of the girl part, but just I never was a character I really cared that much. Sure, yeah. But anyways, I read a lot of Wonder Woman, by the way. I always thought she was really cool. Just Visible Jet and all this stuff. I don't know why.
Hot.
No, it wasn't. It was like
pre-teen
young.
David Gross.
Yeah, it was before like girls had cooties, and I still thought she was cool.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so one of them is obviously go with the Killing Joke, right? If you want to go that route and then do an Oracle story, and then
open with that would suck. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Okay, well the thing I wrote here,
Batgirl being like badass. You know what I mean?
Right, no. But she could recuperate. She's Oracle, and then she recuperates to become Batgirl, and then she's
bionic
like
legs or something.
No, but she's like angrier and like you could. It's DC. You could like Cyborg is in this universe. I mean, they could give her like some treatment that gives her the ability to walk again.
Oh, no way, man.
Okay, really? Like we have. I don't know. I'm not too worried.
I want to see Batgirl. I want to see like in this universe where Batman, we don't know why, but Batman is he's a murderer. Let's be honest.
Right.
I want to see Batgirl as his yin to like yang, whatever. I want her to be like, dude, Bruce, you can't do this, and to like bring maybe him out of that or something like that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, because another one that's very popular for the storylines is Batgirl Year One, which I think is a pretty recent one. Now, this one I just got this off. It says instead of Batman being her inspiration, it's actually her father. Which as a cop, so she wanted to become a cop, like an investigator. Mm-hmm. But she's passed over by the Gotham PD and the FBI multiple times. So eventually,
she's
like
a woman, probably.
No, she actually talks about that. She deals with like sexism and stuff like that. So that her father was originally who it was, but then she goes to becomes a vigilante because like the system won't allow her to.
And does the whole like Mulan? Well, I'm a girl.
Well,
what?
I don't think it's like. I think she's still Batgirl. But it says, enraged, Barbara decides to dress up as female Batman to stick it to her father during a masquerade ball, but a chance encounter with Killer Moth makes her realize that she may be able to do the super heroic thing all on her own.
Stick it to her father?
Yeah, because like her father...
He's an inspiration?
No, I think she realizes, like, I look up to him, and then he never has her back. He's like, no, you...
But he's trying to protect her. But she doesn't know that, see?
Right, this is...
please, paint by numbers. No,
you don't like that?
No, it's too on the nose.
I don't know. I think it could be interesting because you have a little bit different motivation. You can deal with the whole sexism thing, which Joss Whedon I think could handle without being like haphazard and like ham-fisted.
Oh, for sure.
Like girls don't get jobs as cops. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to go that far, but I think he could deal with that. And it would also make her feel like she has to work to get like the favor of. She has to work extra hard. I don't know. But
I could just see at that end where let's say Commissioner Gordon gets shot by the Joker or something, and Batgirl's like, but you held me back for all this time because I was trying to protect you. Like, it's just it writes itself. I don't want to be that predictable.
Okay.
Like I said, I want obviously I want some explanation on why Batman kills people, but if that's the dark road that they're taking with him, I want her to be like super, what is it called when you're like super good?
Oh, she's just like righteously indignant. Like she won't she will always choose the right
decision.
She's Superman.
So she turns maybe Batman around.
Okay, here's another story. It's called Wanted. I didn't get a lot on it.
It's the bullet turned into bullet.
No, it is not the Angelina Jolie movie.
Okay.
It says this is a storyline where Gordon believes that Batgirl was responsible for the death of his son. So in this universe, he has a son.
Okay.
And I guess Barbara Gordon also is dealing with guilt because she thinks that she caused the death, but
of her brother,
but she does it, but it didn't actually happen. Or it's one of those things like Batman blames himself for Robin being killed, but he didn't really do it. Joker, anyways. But so in that instance, Gordon starts hunting down Batgirl, not knowing it's his daughter. That could be interesting. That's a different twist on it.
Yeah.
No, but there's not much you can do with it. It's a superhero. Like there's not too much flex in this storytelling.
No, I know.
It's not like I think that could be interesting.
I liked my original idea more.
What?
That she pulls the DCU Batman out of this funk where he's murdering people.
Yeah, but how does she do that? Because because here's the thing. I don't want Batman injected into this movie. That's the problem. Like if it's a Batgirl movie,
it's Batgirl. You're gonna have Batman.
No, I don't think.
Like you don't need Batfleck around all the time or whatever. But she sees the things that he's doing, and it's like, okay, maybe I need to pull myself out of retirement to show him that. Maybe he's bad or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. Next question. Who plays Batgirl? Who you got any suggestions? I wrote a couple down. The first one, I know this is probably an easy one, but Emma Stone. No, because she's
not hard enough, dude.
You don't think so?
You got to have like a strong, and she just doesn't have, I don't know.
I think she would be really good because she's got like the funny part. Like she has the Josh Whedon like quib. Like she can pull that off.
Yeah, definitely.
And she hasn't done a superhero yet. Like there's a certain, like we don't need like what's his face casted again as Human Torch and Captain America.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's Batgirl.
Yeah, that's my point. Like don't do that. Like there's enough actresses in Hollywood to pick somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know, but you got to have like a super like strong and like
this is where I'm.
Which no doubt against Emma Stone. I mean, she's great, but I haven't seen.
The other one that people are floating around is I'm going to pronounce her name wrong, but it's Summer Glau. She was River Tam in Serenity and in Firefly. So she was like the
I never saw.
You never saw. Okay, so in
the first episode.
So in the movie, she was like a she gets taken by like the evil corporation to like do tests on, and
they brunette in Serenity.
No, dark black hair.
Oh,
but she's like wakes up and is like a ninja and like just starts killing people.
Yeah, but she was like the main girl in Serenity, right?
Yeah, she's the.
She's like, who am I?
Yeah, kind of. Okay. She's like the.
I know who you're talking about.
Like it's like the Bourne Ultimatum type thing. Yeah. But actually, if you watch the show, it's not the Bourne Ultimatum anyway.
I get it.
But I think it could be cool. One, you have the Josh Whedon connection, right? So they've already worked together for a number of. Stuff, and then two, like she has been a superhero in the TV show, so. It wouldn't be hard for her to pull off. I don't know if she pulled off her own stunts. And she is a BA, dude. And Firefly, like, no joke. Like, it sucks because she's like
That's what I want to see. I want to see that. But you got to, like you said, you have the Emerson, like the humor and like the like
she could. The thing about River Tam's character in Firefly is like she's like this like like I'm freaking out. I don't know. And then she like triggers and then she goes nuts and kills everybody in the room.
Switches flipped. And she's like
Yeah. Exactly. That could be interesting. I've just never seen her range and other stuff. The other one that's been floated is the Alicia Vikander, who was in Ex Machina. She was the robot.
Oh, she's
There's a bunch of people being floated, but these are a couple of the names.
She's Laura Croft. She looks amazing, by the way.
Oh, and the new one.
Yeah.
So she could be good.
Have you seen the screenshots?
I've seen the
pulled right out of the new video games. Looks amazing.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah. I mean, come on. We know what's going there. But I think the other thing I wanted to say: who's the baddie in the Batgirl film? Who do you go to? Do you go back to the well and get like Joker, Bane, Penguin?
No. Doing this universe, who freaking knows?
Or do you go girl on girl? Do you do like Catwoman and Poison Ivy versus Batgirl? Or do you just go like completely like nobody knows, like Clayface or you know what I mean? Like
digging up some weird guy.
Yeah, I wrote down Clayface, Black Mask.
I don't know not only enough about DC, but like where the DCU is going. I mean, who knows? They're pulling out freaking what's his name, Darkseid in the next one. Like,
yeah, here's where it is. This is where you see the Josh Whedon. Okay, follow me here. Josh Whedon. What was one of his best TV shows? Firefly. What's a DC villain name? Firefly.
Oh, is that the guy that lights everything on fire?
Yeah. And he flies in the air.
Yeah.
Like, that would be amazing. And then
David.
And if they made jokes in the movie about it being Firefly the bad guy when it's directed by Josh Whedon. Anyways, the other thing I said is why don't they just go Red Hood and just throw the whole Jason Todd thing in and like do all that?
That'd be kind of cool, yeah.
But the problem is like I feel bad for Joss Whedon because he's like, he did Avengers, so we're like, you could do anything, and he's like, I just want to do a Batgirl.
No,
movie.
but then it's like, yeah, but you did Ultron.
Yeah,
which I know a lot of it wasn't him. It was a lot of his like backstage stuff.
Yeah,
that made that movie kind of not good.
Here's the one thing I don't want in a Batgirl movie.
Zack Snyder.
No, a love interest as with Bruce Wayne or Jason Todd.
No,
please don't do that.
Weird,
we don't need that.
Yeah. Like after seeing Killing Joke, you're like, no, that's weird, because it just makes her look weak.
Right.
And, like she needs a man. It's like, no, I don't want this. 2017, Girls don't need no man.
That's right.
I don't need no ring on my finger.
That's right. So I think I'm excited, Joss Whedon.
I'm super excited. I mean, to answer the original question, I am super excited as someone who hates DC quotes,
yeah.
You're listening to the audio. But I'm super excited for this. To bring his spin and stuff in a movie universe that has been super sad.
The Spurn lover going against Marvel. Do you think they're mad? Like Kevin Feige's like, come on, man.
No.
I don't think they care.
No,
they're like,
care.
You made us $1 billion. Go
$2 billion.
Do whatever you want, buddy.
Exactly.
So thank you for the email. As always, you can always send us emails. We think about this stuff.
You send her $5?
Yep, $5.
What do you think she'll want?
I don't know. Starbucks is probably.
She a coffee drinker?
I don't know. Amazon maybe. Who knows?
I mean Amazon. Maybe.
But again, if you send us an email, we pick it for the week. You get a $5 gift certificate to Amazon,
Steam, or Starbucks.
Right, Steam. Well, she probably won't pick. But anyways,
no.
Again, always send us your email. The email is
sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
Okay, now that we got the email out, and we want to thank, of course, Ellie for sending us the email.
Send us those emails, guys. Come on.
Let's get into what we did this weekend. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Batgirl movie.
Oh man.
I think. Come on, gotta wrap it up there.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother. Gerald. Now, we had a little bit of a short week, right? Because we did the last podcast on like a Tuesday. So you had a short week. What'd you do, though?
Well, I got a bunch of stuff this week, too.
Oh, really? Good. What you doing, man?
First of all, new podcast.